Hello, Peaceful Inner Warriors United. It's Laura J. with a message to say I would love for you to join the movement. What does it mean to be a peaceful inner warrior, though, is what you may be asking yourself. Well, it means to be passionate, enthusiastic, authentic, have clarity, encouragement. Find your tribe of others like you who vibe at your level. Understand what is yours rather than what others would project onto you and say is yours. Love what arises, for it's happening now in this moment so that you can actually work through those emotions that previously you suppressed, repressed, compressed, denied. And then let go of your attachment to not now moments where your power no longer exists. For all time is happening now in this multidimensional layer cake experience of this present moment. And when we are able to bring ourselves back to that space by developing inner resilience, individual needs necessitate emotional resilience and resonance. Understanding what level we're operating on, what we're sending out into the universe is the resonant field that then allows us to pull more of that back to us. It is the law of attraction in action, which are the 6 most important letters. My hope is that you will choose to unite with others willing to take a stand, who are willing to show up in color, so that we can truly be our authentic selves without trying to pretend to be less or to pretend to be more in order to be enough when we already were and always are, unless we veil that with unrest that sends us back into a comfort zone of home that actually we've outgrown. And now it is time for us, instead of running to a place or a person, for us to learn how to turn inward, so that we can actually gain the strength of knowing what we stand for, of knowing who we are, and of knowing why we came, remembering why we are here at this particular time in humanity's history, where we are actually creating our story instead of repeating the past and his story that we were told was ours. It is time for us to take our power back. And that is what I invite you to do with me and all the others who are standing for truth. But not just the truth that we would be able to use as a way to expose what has been going on behind the scenes that oftentimes is so ugly. People don't want to look at it. But instead to be the ones that choose to dream the new dream, to actually use our creative power to create something better, to take our power away from the places we previously gave it to freely and instead to plug it into that which will serve us better, which is what we can do when we unite and keep our foundation with the box that we previously had walls up and kept ourselves feeling safely separate from one another with, and instead let those walls drop, so that those walls can then become the bridges that overlap with others who were willing to drop the walls on their boxes. And to remember that boxes are words, and ways that we think that we're talking about different things because the word is different. And words are very important, for it is the sacred word that is the sword that cuts through the BS of not now moments and untruths. And if we are able to really understand the power of the spoken word, the sacred word, to bring the sacred back, instead of having the scared take its place, that is when we put our creativity into the right place. And I would love to be able to help you in that process. So please do come along for that journey. And I very much look forward to understanding what you're about and how you feel you can serve the world by being yourself first and foremost. And I feel like so many of us have come to believe we needed to be so much other than what we always were, underneath of what we thought we needed to be, that it takes some time to unpeel those veils and layers over top of who we truly are, that I would love to be able to help you do. And it's a vulnerable, uncomfortable process at times, but knowing that you've got a tribe to vibe with through the discomfort of transformation is what I hope to be able to offer you. So please do come along. Laura J. here to say that you matter, you are seen, you are loved, you were provided for before you got here. The light is always shining above the clouds, and now it is time for us to unite for what is right, which is love unconditionally. Remembering how to actually return to that state of being able to give from the overflow instead of the reserve supply. All of these and more are things that we will go into deeper as we become the Peaceful Inner Warriors United, who truly made the mark on this world to actually herald in the golden age that we have come here to bring in. So thank you, and look forward to seeing you at ljeh.ca in the emails and all that come from the conscious collaborations that have been formulating with the ones who saw the need to rise above our need to look after me and mine for the sake of ours. For that is what we must all have in mind if we are to rise. Canada Rising. Stand up, stand free. May the world rise with thee.